Hello, my name is Julia Kirouac. I'm the founder and CEO of two companies, one of which is my legacy brand called Nude Food, and my other company, which is just about to launch, is called Wild Ones Organics. And that one caters towards providing gut health with unaltered plant fiber for babies and toddlers over the age of 12 months. And Nude Food, my legacy brand, makes the cleanest and most whole food snacks on the market, full stop, and they're available across Canada. We used to be sold in the United States through UNFI and KeHE and Whole Foods and Erewhon and all that, but we unfortunately had to pull out during COVID. I just couldn't financially sustain two marketplaces with the instability, and of course now with tariffs and all sorts of geopolitical things and supply chain disruption, it was definitely the right move at the time. So anyway, I digress. So a bit about me and why I kind of want to solve food, which I know I didn't say, but that's what I've dedicated my life to. I want to solve food. And what I mean by that is I want to essentially allow people to access clean, healthy, and whole foods that actually nourish them and feed them in a way that nature intended. And right now, unfortunately, well over 50% of all calories come from ultra processed foods. Medical costs are at an all time high, whether socialized countries or privatized healthcare countries, and will continue to get out of hand. And I also notice there's obviously, besides social inequality and all sorts of issues with what was I going to say? Sorry, food sovereignty and food security. There's also issues, of course, with climate change, and agriculture is a massive part of that. So I just look at food and nutrition and human health as being integral and essentially at the intersection of so many things that are critical to our species at this particular time in history. And so for me, how I look to solve it, at least with my tiny little humble companies, is I'm one of the few companies that are essentially proving that we can scale real food. It's never been done before this way. And I'm hugely committed to scaling without ever compromising on any sort of integrity and again, proving that it can be done. We're not necessarily inserting ourselves into a scalable turnkey solution that exists for production. We're having to kind of make it up as we go along because we have a very unique proprietary production process. And I'm really proud of that. And when I had my son, I also realized how bad, which I'm not surprised, but how bad the foods were for babies and toddlers. So I'm ultimately trying to now bring real food into that category as well. What makes me unique in 10 seconds is I have a lot of integrity and nutrition background, which most people, unfortunately, in food don't. They're coming at it from a finance and sales perspective and marketing perspective. So that makes me very different and helps me to solve these issues with integrity. And I will never back down. Thank you.